March 18th is the Final Fantasy X and 10-2 HD remaster.
Yeah, that's going to be big. I mean, so that sold like crazy in Japan. And I'm not so sure how well it's going to do here, but I think that people are really excited and stoked about it. I think it'll be good for Vita specifically.
Yeah, PS3 and Vita, right?
Yep.
So do people really, and my impression could be way off base, and I could be a little biased because I really, really loved Final Fantasy IX, but my impression was that 10 was the one that sort of started the core Final Fantasy games down this sort of weird path of like, I know that one sold like crazy, but I got the impression that that's what started these games, decline in popularity.
I don't think so. I mean, I think these two are, in particular, are really beloved.
Okay. Yeah, I agree in the sense
maybe
that
12, like
yeah, 12. Well, 12 was like a whole different beast. I agree that 10 was the downfall for the series with people that grew up with Final Fantasy.
There's that, yeah.
And like 10 is the first Final Fantasy game that I bought, and played, and I think I played all of them up to that point except for 3, which wasn't out in the States yet, that I didn't beat. I was like, I can't play this game. Like, this game's actually not what I'm looking for. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just after 9, which was such an incredible return to form, especially when people were complaining about 8, and they made 9, which was a reaction to the fan feedback. They make 10, and that was very confusing. But I think we weren't writing a lot about 10.2. We didn't have a lot of access to the game, and I had been talking to Square, and I got us copies of the game. We've had it for a while now. And I wanted to just see if it would resonate. I believed that people wanted to read and about this game and watch videos about this game. We were right. The numbers are really big on this game. So there's definitely interest on IGN for this game. Now, whether that translates into sales or not remains to be seen. But I'm confident, that we might see a mirror of sales that we saw in Japan, which is to say that Final Fantasy X 10-2 is going to outsell Final Fantasy 13.
I mean, remember when they announced this? This is one of those games that lit up on Twitter, like, oh, that's what I'll buy a Vita for. Oh, I can't wait for this, that, and the other. And then Beyond would get questions about it all the time. And so, like, yeah, it's that interest is there, but they're really going to go out and buy stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have to remember that they stealth announced that game in Japan at a Vita conference and then never talked about it again for like 18 months. So, like, there was a lot of concern about if it was ever going to come out or if it was any good. And got good reviews in Japan, but who knows? We'll see.